So here's the scenario. You purchased a stock that you had plans on writing covered calls on, and unfortunately, while you were holding that stock, it had a massive drop, and now you're down 50% in your position, and you can no longer write calls above your average cost. What do? That is exactly what we were talking about in today's video. If you guys are new here, my name is JJ, and on this channel, I document my investing journey through selling covered calls, cash secured puts, and also growing my Robinhood portfolio. If that's something that interests you guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you find value in this video, if you could please hit that like button after you watch it, because that really does help out the video and the overall channel, and well, I really appreciate it. So let's get into this scenario and talk about a few ways you can navigate through this. So here is my own personal Robinhood portfolio, and this is something that has happened to me within this account. So for example, I can go look at my 300 Palantir shares that I've purchased way back in 2021. And as you can see, I am bag holding the hell out of this stock. I have an average cost of $16.50. I have 300 shares. I'm down a whopping 50%. Now, can I still write covered calls on this position? Or how would I go about writing covered calls on a stock I'm down massively on? If we go look at this here, let's go to trade Palantir options. We click sell, call. As you can see, I mean, even if I go up to just the $9 strike, I can't make this happen. Now let's go a month out. Let's go out to April 28th. And let's see how far up I can go. So I can only make it to $11. Now, there's one main rule with writing covered calls that I like to follow, and that is to never write calls below your average cost. My average cost was around $16.50, and the highest I can go a month out or 30 days out is to the $11 strike, which would be below my average cost. And the reason you don't want to do that is because if I would happen to get assigned, then I would be losing money in this trade. I would be losing money because I'd have to sell my shares for a loss at $11 whenever my average cost is at the $16.50. So that would be a loss of a little over $1,600 if I wrote 3 contracts for all 300 shares. So let's get into some points here on how you can handle this scenario and how I've done this also myself. So the first point I want to make here is to make sure, guys, when you are writing covered calls, you're not just going out and picking a stock because the premium on it is kick-ass. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you are picking a stock that you actually want to own in your portfolio. Pick a stock that you are comfortable bag holding in case it does drop 20, 30, or even 50% in some cases or more, and let it be known that you will be okay owning that and bag holding that stock if that does tend to happen. Because there is nothing worse than bag holding a stock of a company that you really don't feel comfortable owning. If you do this on a stock that you feel comfortable owning and it does happen to drop, there are some good cases that can come out of this, which we'll talk about later in the video. So as I mentioned, this is a scenario I'm dealing with right now with my Palantir position. I'm down, like I said, 50% in this. Now the good thing about this is $16.50 isn't my true average cost. So this brings me to my next point. $16.50 is not my true average cost. This is the first thing you can look at or calculate whenever you're in this scenario like I am and you're down 50% on a position that you wanted to write covered calls with or that you planned on writing covered calls with and down the road. Okay, so let's put this into an example of how you can calculate your true average cost to then determine where you can now officially start writing calls at a lower strike price than when you initially bought that stock. So for an example, let's make up a stock here called ticker symbol XYZ. And when you first purchased it, it was assuming, let's say, $10 per share. So to start writing calls on stock XYZ, you would need 100 shares. So 100 shares of a stock at a $10 strike price is $1,000. So you would need to purchase $1,000 of stock XYZ in order to start writing covered calls on this stock. Now, let's assume over time of you owning XYZ, that you've earned a total amount of premium that was worth $75. So out of all the covered calls you wrote over the time of holding XYZ and writing covered calls and not getting assigned, you've earned a premium of total of $75. So then if we took the $1,000 and subtracted the $75 of premium from that, that would leave us a total cost basis of $925. So this is our true cost basis. Now to figure out our true average cost from this, you would just simply divide this by the amount of shares you own, which was the 100 shares. So if we do 925 divided by 100 shares, that gives us a new average cost of $9.25. So when you first purchased it, you were buying it at $10 a share. That was your average cost. But over time, as you earned premium on this stock, XYZ, that lowered your true average cost to $9.25. So now you can start looking at writing calls at the strike price of $9.50 instead of $10. Now, that may not be enough to be able to write at $9.50 because maybe you're down, the new stock price of XYZ is actually trading at around $7 or $5. Well, $9.25 really isn't going to help you. So that leads me to the next thing you can do in this scenario. So the next thing you can do if you are down massively in a position that you were wanting to write covered calls on is you could simply average down your cost. So there's two ways you can do this. The first way would be to write cash secured puts. So basically, if I go to trade Palantir options, click sell, click put. Now I'm saying instead of doing a covered call where I'm saying I'm willing to sell my shares at a certain amount, a certain strike price rather, now I'm saying I'm willing to purchase more shares at a certain strike. So now I can come down and I can, if I have the capital available, I can say, all right, well, now I'm going to write cash secured puts on this stock. And with that, if I get assigned, I am going to now lower my average cost if and when that happens. So if I got assigned at the $8 strike on this Palantir position of mine, then that would lower my average cost. But not only that, I'd also be earning premium from those cash secured puts. So that'd be lowering my true average cost even more, just like I mentioned in that scenario before. So that's another strategy you can do. And that is why I go back to the first point. Make sure you're doing this with stocks you are willing to own and that you're willing to buy more of if the stock price happens to go down drastically. Now, if you're doing this on a stock that maybe is a little harder to go write cash secured puts on, for example, a big tech stock like Google or Apple or Amazon or something like that, not everyone just has 10 grand laying around where they can go start writing cash secured puts. Something you can do on this end is you can start buying up small amounts of stock. 1 share here, 2 shares there, and you can slowly start lowering your average cost, waiting for a nice little pop one day. When that pop happens, and you can maybe write a covered call at or near your average cost or at your true average cost if you're wanting to calculate that out. That is another way you can do that if you're doing this on a stock or you're down massively on a stock that is a little bit more expensive than maybe like something like Palantir that's $8 a share. Now, as I mentioned before, one thing you have to think about and understand is your risk tolerance when you are looking at a stock to write covered calls on. So what I mean by that is if you are down like I am, 50% in a position, and you want to still write covered calls, but you want to write covered calls below your strike price, you are at a risk, like I mentioned earlier in the video, of losing money. If you would happen to get assigned, let's say I did this $11 strike and I lost that $1,600 I mentioned earlier, that would suck. But one way you could do this, if you wanted to, again, it all depends on your risk tolerance. I have done it before, and I still do it to this day, but I have to tell myself I'm willing to take that risk. If I do get assigned, there are other strategies that you can use. For example, rolling that covered call out another week or another month. I have videos talking about that if you guys want to look that up. Just search JJ Buckner rolling options. But one other thing you want to take a look at is trying to find something with a low delta. This one has a 0.07 delta. You can look, and that's even maybe a little bit less conservative, like a 0.2 delta. So let's go down all the way to the 9. 9 has a 0.3 delta, so maybe I'd do the 950. That's a 0.18, so a 0.2 delta right there. Basically, in layman's terms, this 0.2 delta is saying that there's a 20% chance roughly that this could get assigned at the 950 strike price within April 28th, so 30 days from now. So that's something else you can look at too. You can look at writing covered calls on a more conservative basis on a delta of 0.2 or lower. It just depends on your risk tolerance because you are at a risk of getting assigned and also losing money on that trade. Now, if it looks like you're going to get assigned, you could always roll that contract out to the following week or month in order of not getting assigned. So there you have it, guys. That was my explanation on what to do and how to write covered calls on a stock that you may be down quite a bit on. This is a scenario I know it happens to a lot of people. I actually just got this question on the Average Money podcast. It's a podcast I have with myself and Brad Finn. And I thought this would make a good video to my viewers out there who are writing covered calls because this scenario most likely will probably happen to everyone at some point in time. So just remember, first and always, write covered calls on stocks you are willing to own and that you are okay buying more if you happen to go down 50% in that position. Something else you can do is to calculate your true average cost so you can figure out which strike price you can select to write those covered calls. You can also look at averaging down your position by writing cash secured puts or simply just buying small amount of shares every now and then and slowly dollar cost averaging into that stock to lower that average price every time you make a purchase underneath your current average share price. And then lastly, depending on your risk tolerance, this is something I wouldn't recommend, but I have done myself, is if you are willing to write below your average cost basis, make sure you're writing something that is conservative. You're picking a conservative strike price with a delta of around 0.2 or lower. You still are at risk of getting assigned and losing money on that trade. But if you have the risk tolerance and you're willing to do that, something to maybe prevent that is also looking into how to roll options out further ahead. And again, I do have videos on that. And also, guys, I quickly want to let you know, I do have a Discord where I talk about all the options trades that I'm making. We have a community over there. We're talking about different scenarios just like this on what I'm doing and what other people are doing with scenarios that they're in. If you're interested in that, I have a link down below in the description where you guys can sign up for that. So guys, hope this video helped you out. Hope you got some value from this video. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button. That really does help out the video and the overall channel. And again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment section. I can make videos on that in future videos. So until the next one, you all take care.